Secure operation has always been a goal in the pipeline industry. But pipelines are inherently vulnerable because of their number and wide dispersion. Pipeline facilities are often unattended and located in remote areas. The industry also is faced with the difficulty of operating long, unsecured rights-of-way. Another potential vulnerability is that pipeline operations may be dependent on external services, such as electricity or telecommunications. As a first step in developing their protective measures, TSA guidelines call for pipeline operators to identify their system's critical facilities. These facilities can include storage facilities and terminals, mainline valves, mainline pumping and compressor stations, and pipeline control facilities. Individual companies are best suited for conducting assessments of their facilities and identifying the measures needed to protect them. Their experience, expert knowledge about the pipeline system, and detailed observations are essential in determining where the security risks are and what can best be done to mitigate them. Potential threats vary based on size, location, facility type, and security measures already in place. Most pipeline operators have security and emergency operation plans in place and have identified a security manager and an alternate to implement security measures for the company. Security vulnerability assessments may be conducted by the company or may be contracted out. These assessments help determine how to best protect pipeline assets. For example, critical facilities may require limited access as a protective measure. Vehicles entering these areas may be searched. Facility perimeters may be enclosed by chain link fences and use physical barriers to deter VBIEDs. Surveillance systems with cameras and intrusion detection alarms may be installed. Employees may undergo background checks and be issued company identification badges. There should be ongoing liaison between pipeline companies and local, state, and federal law enforcement officials and intelligence agencies. Pipeline companies should have an emergency communications plan that has been tested with outside response agencies. Drills and exercises with security scenarios involving both internal and external resources should be carried out regularly by pipeline operators. To the extent possible, law enforcement agencies should participate in these exercises to enhance their understanding of the pipeline industry, particularly the facilities in their jurisdiction.
How long ago were the break-ins?
Law enforcement agencies should incorporate pipeline security managers into their infrastructure intelligence sharing network.
That end up coming up missing, or is it just strictly just basic equipment, whether it be welders or
Tools.
tanks or just tools? Nothing
organic to the operations.
No. Something that's easy.
In determining the appropriate level of response and support required for a pipeline facility, law enforcement agencies should understand a facility's vulnerabilities. Who are the potential adversaries, and what is their motive and method of operation? How difficult will a facility be to attack? And what would be the consequences of such an attack? These questions can aid both local law enforcement agencies and pipeline operators to determine the appropriate type of law enforcement support required.